Hello, you are here at Chick Chat and Chill, and we hope to entertain you with a wonderful topic about life hacks. I am Laura Fickett, your co-host. I own Fickett Financial Education and Business Coaching, and I love to help people become more wealthy by making more money, managing it better, and retaining it to build their wealth. So if you want a free consultation, I do them all the time. I love to help. But before we get into our topic, I'm going to introduce you to our co-host, Antoinette.
Hello and welcome. So I'm Antoinette. I'm the founder of Pixel This, which is a full service advertising company and design, and it does marketing. It's basically your branding warehouse. So odds are you've seen our stuff, but we like helping the little guys too. So whether you're a global brand or just a little guy, we help you find your voice. And we truly believe that great design really makes or breaks a brand. So diving into today's topic, life hacks. I think we all have them, and what's nice about it is just sharing. And, sometimes you'll find one and then you're like, oh my God, where has this been for the last, 10 years of my life? It could have made things so much easier. And I was trying to think of this last night, and then I was putting a list together of just, there's that. And I realized I'm a clothes whore. I mean, I'm a clothes whore, I'm a shoes whore, and a lot of my hacks have things to do with just organizing my mess.
I'm excited to hear it. This morning I woke up and I'm like, what should I wear? We are recording right after FSU beat Alabama, and I was like, oh, maybe I should wear some Seminole stuff for FSU. But I'm like looking at my closet. So I could use some closet clothes hacks, like whatever you got going. I wasn't thinking about the topic at all until like 5 minutes ago. I have so many hacks to share. It's going to be so much fun.
Okay, so here's some of my life-changing clothes hacks. So for one, my closet, I ended up actually taking over a bedroom and making just a whole big master closet from it. And then I organized all my clothes by color order. So take everything out, and then it went from like reds to, whatever, like pinks to whites to blues to greens. And it just kind of goes all over the place. And it's so much easier to find stuff. And it's so much easier, like when you're putting stuff away or whatever, it just makes like so much easier.
Unless you're colorblind.
Then you probably look all mismatched anyway.
But when you put it in color coordination, then do you put like long sleeve, short sleeve pants? Do you organize like within the color set?
Well, I have certain organizations, like I'll keep shirts together, and then I'll have like dresses in a section, stuff like that. So it does go by category, but if there's an outfit that I know I always wear this shirt and this pants, they go together. Like if, rather than having to find this, this and that.
I always thought it would be nice to organize my closet by outfits. I thought that would be like fantastic.
Well,
but my new method is really just like reach in there and pull out stuff because it looks like a bomb went off, and then hopefully it matches. Like it does happen for the black stuff. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But it's not really a life hack though.
But another hack is if you're actually trying to pare down clothes, which isn't something I do, but it's
clearly
I like
she's
adding
got a whole
to
master bedroom.
So the other thing is you could, when you hang clothes up, put the hangers backwards. So as you use an outfit, you put it back the right way. And then after whatever, set your timer like a year, if you realized here are some still facing the wrong way, this is something you haven't worn in a while, and maybe move it to a different closet, which is what I would do. Or,
oh, gosh.
Or for those who like paring down, you could actually donate it or whatever. But
I found that I didn't like donating because I'm like, maybe someday I want to, But if I donate, I'm like, okay, I will buy something new and donate the old so that I'm like replacing. So I think that works for me better. One clothes hack that I found is I don't like to iron. Like I try to buy clothes that don't need to be ironed, but sometimes stuff is kind of wrinkly. And if you throw like a couple of ice cubes in the dryer on high heat, assuming the clothes can take high heat for like 7 minutes, the ice cubes melt in the dryer and it creates like this whole little steam bucket and steams the clothes and the wrinkles come out.
Ooh,
yeah, that one saves me so much time because like I don't even like the sound of the ironing board like squeaking when you open it. Like,
and they have some dryers with steam settings too, like that it cooks. I did that with my
like sophisticated stuff over here. I'm old school.
But another hack I had too is like whenever I put stuff in the drawers, there's too many things in the drawers, and then you fold them, and the next thing you know, they're all over the place. So now I roll them and I store them vertically. So when you're open the drawer, you can see everything that's in there, and you just pick, oh, that's the black polka dot thing that I was looking for, rather than, it's 5 down or 3 down or in the back. Like it's just.
And it takes up less room, right? Like, 'cause my husband was in the military. He said you roll stuff, it takes up less room. Like, that's how you can pack backpacks and duffel bags and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
I fit way more in the drawers, and it's really easy at a glance to just. And again, I color coordinate that, so it goes like certain colors. It was funny because I have so many blacks, and I was moving, and someone was helping me move. So I actually have just a black drawer of just black. So he's helping me move, and he picks out the drawer and goes, "What are you, Johnny Cash?"
Well, then how do you know what you're picking if it's all the same color? Like,
No, but like this one has little ribs in it. This one has like you get to know your clothes, that this one has lace, this one has this, but it's still it's better than having one drawer of just black than trying to find it in 3 closets and 8 drawers, and you know what I mean.
then where's the fun in that? Come on. Somebody just told me, a friend of mine, I think she told both of us at a networking meeting that you spend, I don't know how many hours a year wasting time looking for things. But sometimes it's fun because then you find other stuff and then you go on a rabbit trail and you're like, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't have any clothes life hacks. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't drink coffee. And so one of I guess my hacks to get pumped or motivated, I use music, and that. You can try it yourself. Try it at home. Put on something that's if you feel anxious or angry or whatever, and you try to put on something soothing or whatever, see if it calms you down. Although if I put on something I was just talking about this before the show started, Limp Bizkit, break stuff, then I'm So it does change my mood, but you can use it to your advantage, because if you have to discuss something with a client or a spouse or something, maybe listen to something more soothing to get you in, the right frame of mind before you go there. So that's a little hack that gets me energized for something. But the other thing is peppermint oil. And a friend reminded me of this yesterday, and I used to use it all the time, is that you put 1 or 2 drops in your hand and you create a little thing, and you just inhale it, and it wakes you up. Peppermint oil, some essential oils. I have a ton of essential oil life hacks. I use essential oils
lavender
so much.
calms you down.
Lavender calms you down. But the peppermint, you don't need caffeine. You just need peppermint.
Yeah.
Huff some peppermint.
No, but the music is just a huge one, because I don't know if I brought it up in a other show, but I remember my ex was kind of always in charge of the radio, and then I noticed he kept putting this one album on, and it was oh, I love this album. And then finally I realized there was a pattern to it. I'm
He's playing it backwards. No,
he was trying to exercise me, right? But I finally realized there was a pattern. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, am I hyper, overly hyper? So he said, yeah, he goes, this is music to soothe the savage bunny, which is what he called it. He's like, when you're he would do that. I'm like, why didn't you just tell me to calm down? He's like, this is so much easier.
It's his own little Antoinette mixtape. For those of you under 30, ask your parents.
Yeah, I always had those. But I have one more clothes hack, and then I'll get away from clothes, though. But
is it clothes hack for the guys?
Yeah, so this is for socks.
Okay,
whenever you lose, so many people, they'll lose a sock or whatever. And then I know people that roll it up, but then one is bigger than the other because it's all stretched out. So put one in the other. Literally, it doesn't matter what size, you put it in the other, and they're always together. In the drawer.
Not in the dryer.
No.
That's who eats the socks.
Well, then in the dryer, you could use a bra bag or a lingerie bag and do the socks in one, and then they're always together too.
I'm feeling a little low maintenance, and I'm feeling potentially some high maintenance.
I just have to I have a lot of clothes, And there's a lot of, I don't want to waste weeks of my life looking for them.
There's some guy watching the show right now like, I need a woman like that in my life. I hate my socks the way they are.
But that one helps. But
Call 1-800-DATE-ANTOINETTE. No, I'm just kidding. It's a totally separate show.
yeah.
One life
But we
hack.
can do soon.
Maybe we'll do a call-in show.
Call in. See if you're
Call in.
normal.
We'll get some roses. Every week she can hand one off, and like you get to move on to the next round.
I've actually never watched that show.
No,
No.
I've never watched it, but I know what it's about.
Well, yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
live in a
just
rock,
kind of the same
like
thing.
under a rock. I find it funny that like women and men want to meet like their soulmate by competing with like 15 other people. Like
That's just kind of weird, yeah.
it's kind of weird, right? Like
And then you like this person, but they were just making out with somebody else. I don't know.
that's how germs happen. Like don't share drinks and don't kiss other people. Like ugh.
We're digressing. Okay,
All
so
right.
hacks.
Life hack, if you want to save time, don't watch shows like that. That's a good one. That's a good life hack, I think.
I got a good traveling one since you're the travel one.
Oh, well, wait, because this one I can't, like, I'll forget it. I don't make notes. She makes notes. Probably not surprising after what we just learned about the closet. But I don't make notes. One thing that, like, I hate when I'm going to get sheets for, like, a spare bed or for my bed or for, like, to bring somewhere or whatever, and I can't find the pillowcases and whatever, and I've been doing this forever, and maybe a lot of you do it, but I take one pillowcase and I put the folded sheet, the fitted sheet, and the second pillowcase all in that one pillowcase, and it's always together, and it stores very easy.
And that was on my note.
Oh, my Lord. That's too much. That's like a detailed organization.
Yeah.
If you would like Antoinette's notes, please comment after you watch this, and she can email them to you or whatever.
But my travel one is, like I have crazy luggage. Like I just love color, whatever. So my luggage is pink cheetah print. Not everybody has that.
Well,
so
it's easy to find when it comes on the baggage claim.
But that's the whole point. There's so many people that I see at baggage claim. They go running over and they're like, oh, is this my black bag? And it's like they're fighting. 5 people are like fighting. So just tie something around it to differentiate it, like a big pink bow, or even they sell those luggage straps that you could get some, if you like FSU, put that on there, whatever. But it makes it so easy to spot once it's coming down, and it's not this. And 2, if your luggage doesn't look like everyone else's, it's probably less likely to be stolen because it's so obvious. Like, you know what I mean?
If a guy's like carrying her pink cheetah bag, like she's like, wait, that's
Fine.
I actually have a pink piece of luggage, but I don't use it anymore because when I was in Daddy's home too, like the last scene, it's a movie prop. Like Will Ferrell tossed it, and so my husband's like, "You shouldn't use that. That's a movie prop." I'm like, "I don't think anybody's going to be buying it from me." But okay, can buy new luggage. So I do have a pink bag that I don't use anymore. But I just went on a vacation, and I have like a ton of things that I've learned. One of the travel things that I've learned is there's these bags, and you can buy them all over the place. I bought mine on Amazon, but they are expanded. So you put all your clothes in there, and then you like zip them. Like you zip all the air out of them. They have the vacuum ones, but like, am I gonna find a vacuum when I'm to repack when I want to come home? No. So I think they're called like bagel or something like that.
They're
I
like
forget.
storage bags or packing cubes.
They're packing cubes. Yeah, those things are fantastic. The other benefit is that when you have dirty clothes and you pack them in those packing cubes, they don't make the rest of your luggage smell bad.
Yeah.
Like that was, amazing, because the bag itself is like 10 pounds, and they only give you like 44 or 50 pounds. Some of these airlines, so you got to like really shove your stuff in there. But those packing cubes are amazing. I love those. So that's a huge travel hack. I don't do the vacuum ones. I know some people do, but if you want to cut down on the space, you shove all your stuff in there, and then you like zip out the extra air. It's really good.
Yeah. Some other ones that I've seen, I've heard it around the internet, and then I was like, let me try this, and then they're like definitely savers. So one is using nail polish on your keys. Like if you have similar keys that look very similar, like I'll have for my mom's house and my house and something, you know what I mean? So you just put nail polish on one. And then you'll know like I'm always blue, she's red, you know, and it makes it super easy, especially at night. And because I always pick the wrong one.
You're
Like
never blue.
What?
You're never blue.
No.
You're always yellow and sunshine.
But
it's true. Tiny little things like that make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like time savers and all kinds of other stuff. Now, I mean, you can go to, some of the stores and have new keys printed like on all kinds of stuff. But if you have like a lot of keys.
Yeah, that helps,
much.
or they sell those little plastic rings that you could put on them too, like one's red, one's yellow, one's blue, and same thing, it's same purpose. But nail polish is another easy one. But if you're, whatever.
One food life hack that like has made such a difference in my, I don't want you to, and my meat is what I was going to say, but like.
You, me.
I knew it was going to come out wrong. But I'll buy like chicken and stuff like that. And what is the worst thing for me is that when I'm busy and things have gone out awry, and then it's like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and I'm like, what am I going to make for dinner? And then I have to cube the chicken and like cook it and whatever. And I was like, So if I can do any kind of like pre-prepping or anything like that, it's fantastic. We do a lot of like cubed chicken and like in a lot of the dishes that we do. So when I get it home from the supermarket, before I put it in the freezer, I cut it all up. And then I put it in the freezer how I want it. Sometimes I'll cut it up and actually marinate it and put it in the freezer in the marinade.
Yeah.
So that way then the next life hack is the night before, I always think, what do I want to eat tomorrow? And you guys are probably like, well, I have no idea what I want to eat. But if you know what you want to eat the next day, I can take it out of the freezer, put it in the fridge. And when I get home the next day, it's already thawed out. It's already cut up. It's already marinated.
Yeah.
It's like so much easier. It's a huge time saver, de-stress. I never thought what being adult is all about, like laundry and figuring out what to eat. I don't know how many hours a year I spend on those two very specific things.
And finding things, apparently.
I'm finding it. Yeah, right. Laundry and figuring out what to eat.
Yeah.
Man, those are time consuming. Fasting is such a time saver.
Oh, I know. I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, oh my God. I have to do a fast because food prep is taking too long.
I'm fasting. No, you're lazy. Yeah, well,
whatever.
Okay. It's close.
Tomato.
There's a life hack. Don't want to make breakfast and lunch? Fast away.
Yeah. But I have actually a meat hack in reverse. So it's kind of the reverse of yours. I do that, but also I love bacon. So, bacon's awesome, but again, if you cook a whole thing of bacon and then you're trying to use a fork or something, that sucker's impossible to put, it's a pain in the butt. So when I cook bacon, I prefer it in little pieces, and then it's easier to mix in with eggs or whatever, or put on something. But if you ever try to cut bacon from the store, it's this slimy, disgusting mess. So put in the freezer, and then you take it out as it's just starting to thaw. You could easily slice it up, and then it's super easy. So
it is slimy and hard to cut and stringy and stuff like that.
Yeah, but when you said that,
reheating it, if you cook a lot of it, and then how do you reheat it so it's still crunchy?
No, so what I do is I cut it up and then I leave it. I go through bacon. Yeah. And I just leave it in Tupperware cut up, and then throughout the week, I go through probably 2 packs of bacon every couple of days. So it's not sitting around too long. That's
a lot of bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon. She's like, I don't want to eat pork, but I'm going to eat bacon. I was like, okay. All right. I like bacon too, but I never thought about that. There are some things that are easier to cut up if you just throw in the freezer for just a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And then you can easily cut them up.
But some other freezer hacks that I've learned too is if, sometimes you're just going someplace, it helps if you freeze a water bottle half full, maybe quarter full with water, and then it's always there. You don't have to worry about putting ice in it, or, oh my God, it's not, you know what I mean? It's always cold. Or if you're going on a trip, then use frozen water bottles instead of ice. So you're not wasting valuable space inside a cooler with ice.
And when it melts, it stays contained.
Yeah, it stays contained, and then you have water.
Yeah, that's the huge thing, is that you don't have like soggy stuff in your cooler.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a big, I think, hack, as far as freezer stuff, for sure. Or even you can make ice cubes of different things. Like another one is, I know some people they don't like their wine, whatever do we call it, like watered down with an ice cube, but they like it cold. So you could freeze a grape. So same thing. You freeze the grapes and you put that in there and it'll chill it right down, which is nice.
So one thing, this isn't my life hack. This is an Iceland life hack. It was like amazing that I went to one of the lagoons. I went to the secret lagoon. I didn't go to the blue lagoon. It's man-made. Just look it up. It's not whatever. But they have this like thing that you put your bathing suit in, and it spins for like 5 or, like, I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever, but it spins out all the water, and then you can put your bathing suit back on if you want to just sit by the pool, by the lagoon,
neat.
or if you want to go home and not have a soggy, wet bathing suit. And I thought, I need to find this for by the pool.
What about when those salad shooters?
Yeah, well, I was thinking of like that. I was thinking of that mop spinner thing.
Yeah, that might work too.
That might work too if I can't find it. That's an amazing life hack though, because like I hate, like I'll go swim at the pool and then I want to just lay by the pool, but then my bathing suit's like all soggy wet. If I could just throw it in something, spin out all the water, and then
yeah, that would work.
That would be amazing. You could just take it off because you like to be naked. You better take it off and don't have to worry about it being
that works. It was funny because
that was our last episode.
Yeah, but my dad, this is funny. So when he used to come home from work, he would put on his he'd take off his work clothes, put on his bathing suit, walk to the pool, take off his bathing suit, go swimming, put on his bathing suit, and then come sit down and have dinner. So that saves it from getting wet, and you don't have to.
This is what's called podcast silence right now. It's kind of like radio silence, but different.
Yeah, different.
I don't know what to say about that. Like, sometimes I'm rendered speechless and I have no comment here. Because so many questions run through my head, like, why not just leave your regular clothes on? Then what's the point of the bathing suit? Like, just take your regular clothes off at the pool and go in naked and then put them back on. But
or what if friends are over? That's another question.
Have friends ever been over during this ritual?
Yeah. I used to also have a grandmother who liked to take off her shirt and sit in her bra and just pretend to do something so she could stare at you.
Did you have a lot of friends come over when you were a kid?
There was a lot that were scared to come over.
Oh. Or... every episode, we uncover more of the onion. We peel it back.
Yeah,
we learn about the layers.
I always had to warn people, like, my family's strange, and people are like, oh, every family's strange, and I'm like, yeah, but there's off the charts, like, bizarre, and there's that usual fun stuff. And I've had people like, oh, you're crazy, and then they'll go to like a wedding with me.
Oh gosh,
and they're like, we are.
I learned about the wedding. I learned about the weddings last week. I learned about those last week. Forget it.
I didn't even tell you the worst parts, but it was just, it was just.
You're like, oh, Laura,
it's a culture shock
dull compared to what's going on over there. I like to keep my onion closed, like layers come off very little. I'm not peeling back anything over here.
And my mom wishes I had that like 1 ounce of just, being embarrassed by anything, which I'm not. Much to her dismay, but.
Oh, yay. But
wow.
That's the spice of life.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, it's all a game here. Try to make the best of it.
So
and go to some weddings with Antoinette, and apparently that'll be fun. Yeah, some other life hacks. We're going to get back on the trail. We're going off the rails of the crazy train over here.
I'm thinking of 2. So this has to do with starting a fire. So not at a wedding, but no. But if you have a candle and let's say it's burned down and it's hard to get a match in there, you could use a spaghetti. So you literally light the end of a spaghetti and then you could go in there and light it.
Did you know Doritos are like
that was the other thing I was going to say.
Or lint.
Like for kindling, Doritos.
Or lint. Like, what do you do with all that dryer lint? Like, that if you take that camping, that stuff is very good to start a fire.
Yeah, I'm working on some of my belly button.
Small fire.
I'm making kindling as we speak.
It's a very small fire, and apparently now we know she has an innie.
Yeah, a bonfire for my Barbie dolls, right?
That is that is a good life hack.
Yeah.
Though. Like some of the other things, like there's a lot of natural life hacks that I have because I don't like to spray chemicals. I have a dog and 2 cats and kids and stuff like that. And so when I'm spraying things, I'm always looking for essential oils to spray. So there's red ants down here. If you're not in Florida and you don't know what red ants are, be thankful because I never got bit by a red ant until I got down to Florida. And apparently, Laura gets allergic to red ants.
Oh.
Because that foot, like if I get bit in the foot, that thing swells up like Norbit from like, I mean, it swells up really bad. Unfortunately, I got bit right before my son's high school graduation. I had to shove that thing into like a cute little shoe. It was bad. But if I can get tea tree oil on within like the first 15 minutes of the bite, it doesn't swell up.
Wow.
And even like mosquito bites and stuff, if I put tea tree oil on them after I've been bitten, then they don't itch anymore and they go away like very quickly, not like a week's long scratching while you're sleeping or anything like that. Tea tree oil has been like amazing for me.
Now, for me, tea tree oil is that. Did I ever show you the picture where I blew up like a balloon with my face?
No, I can't wait to see that.
That was tea tree oil. So I am deathly allergic. So definitely do a spot check. Because I couldn't even see out of my eyes within 10 minutes.
Do a spot check.
Yeah.
Do a spot check. I heard about like bee pollen being like fantastic, whatever. And I was at a fair and I bought like this jar of bee pollen and I put it in the pantry and my husband's just like, did you buy this? I said, oh yeah, I heard it's supposed to be really good. I might put it like in yogurt and whatever. And he's like, I'm allergic to bees. And I was like, oh yes, that's another use. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Keep him on his toes, right?
Just kidding.
But actually, I'm thinking of
always checking you're allergic to something.
But a pantry hack that I thought of is like in Florida, we have pretty big pantries and they could get really sloppy looking. So I know a lot of people, I found like if there's something you use a lot, like there's this thing I use, it comes in a white canister. It's really easy to open. But I go through them a lot.
What is it?
So it's actually gelatin. So it comes in this big thing. But anyway, don't ask.
Keep going.
But I found that like I use it as a canister for other things because I've tried other stuff, but it's easier to stack stuff in a pantry when it's all the like size. And being it's white, I just literally print out something from the thing and then I'll just say, you know, what each thing is, you know, like whatever, this is this is that. And then it just makes it really easier when they're stackable and all look the same. At first I thought, oh, if it's in its original packaging, it's going to look, you know, it's harder to find.
Yeah,
it's easier when they're all stacked up and you just read labels like really big.
So the way I set up my pantry is I bought these baskets and I put a label on the basket of what is going in there, whether it's like pasta or grain or whatever. And then I pull the basket out and I can easily find everything. And then I just shove the basket back in because like just keeping stuff on a shelf, like you knock things over, you're looking for things in the back and whatever. And that organized my pantry like in such a way that now even when I'm grocery shopping, I just pull it out kind of like a little drawer. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I need this, I need that. And so that was like my pantry life hack. I think I got that online too, but I enjoy it. There's a lot. So when we do our next episode is going to be about gadgets. When we talk about gadgets, I have so many gadgets for my kitchen that are going to make your life easier. But I have a lot of stuff like in the kitchen. I have a smaller kitchen here in Florida than I had when I lived up north. And one of the things that I've had to decide is like what goes into the kitchen. So everything that's in the kitchen is everything I use daily or weekly. Then everything else that I might use monthly or like, you know, that turkey dish that comes out like once a year, right?
Yeah.
That goes like into the garage or into the laundry room or something like that. So that has been an easy or like organizing life hack for me is that everything that I need like during the week or you know, during the day is right there, right? Accessible. I don't have to search for it. Like even spices, I have like one area where the spices, like the ones in the back are ones I don't use all the time. The one in the front are the ones I use all the time. So organizing really is a life hack in all areas, closets, kitchens, like.
The one thing that I think I found that is just huge, like, and this is more for files and stuff. So I have one file that I call important info, and I literally list everything. It's maybe a couple pages in like Word, but it's everything. Like if I need my bank accounts, my account numbers for my utilities, all that stuff that,
There's a hacker right now listening.
no, but I don't have it like online or whatever, but it just lives
They're like,
on.
we'll get into your home computer.
No, but I found it super useful. And it's one of those that the other thing that I do is if you have, let's say, credit cards and stuff like that, take a picture of the front and the back, and then you have that photo and that lives,
Show me an example of one that like has a high limit. Let me just see. Text it to me.
You want my PIN number too from my file, but it's that one place, because I found I always used to like search or what did I do there, and now it makes it so much easier. And even with like my family members passing, I'm like, what's my dad's social security number again?
Yeah,
like, and
right.
it's a nightmare. So to go through like those couple things of his info or my mom's info, and then when I'm dealing with that family stuff, it's so easy, and I'm not constantly. And a lot of times, like if I'm on the phone, I have to pretend I'm my mom just because I know what.
Oh, that's like identity theft. We're not going to get into that right now. One thing I'm going to totally switch gears because we're not going down that rabbit trail. One thing I don't like to go get pedicures, and I know they're great. Like if you do pedicures, you like to get them. They're great. I just have this hard time sitting there for that long and that kind of stuff. So a pedicure life hack. Well, I mean, if you live near the beach and you walk on the beach, you can exfoliate really good. But if you have a bathtub and you plug it while you're taking a shower, it fills up with water and then it soaks your feet, and you can like very quickly give yourself a pedicure.
What isn't a pedicure with like nail polish if they're in water?
No, I mean the main reason why you have a pedicure is like to get off the dead skin cells and shape the toenails and whatever. I'm not
Okay.
talking about painting your
Oh,
toenails.
I'm just like underwater.
No. You know how like you go to the pedicure and you spend most of the time with your feet soaking there before they
I
even
never
get
got a
started.
pedicure, so I don't know. Yeah.
For everybody else, plug the bathtub, and then your feet get to soak. It's really good for your feet to soak anyway, because
Or when those stones.
there's acupuncturists that will tell you there's so many pressure points in your feet and all kinds of stuff. The other life hack in the shower is if you want to do squats, but you don't want to go to the gym. I've said this before. I do this all the time. Make sure that you're like sturdy, but I'll like put shampoo in my hair and I'll do 25 squats, and then I'll rinse it off and I'll do 25 squats, and then I'll like soak my body, I'll do 25 squats, and then I'll rinse it off and do 25 squats. So I get 100 squats done every shower, and it's like
Wow.
a way to exercise. But
My shower.
and if you sweat, just rinse it off. You're already there.
My shower life hack was just putting a toothbrush in there, and I brush my teeth in the shower now. Because I do it at the counter and then it'd be all over what I'm wearing or all over the counter. And in the shower, it doesn't matter.
Do you have a mirror in there? Yeah, you must, right?
Well, I know where my teeth are. Like, I mean, I can aim, No, but it's like I could do that. And then usually, like when I jump in the shower, the water's not even warm yet anyway. So I could just brush and then, But anyway. I think we're at a time, unfortunately. I could do like.
You should see the looks I give her when the camera's not on me. I'm like, what's
wrong with you?
What? I know where my teeth are too, but like I like to brush. I like to see them. I don't know. Whatever. I floss before I brush too. My friend is a dentist. She said that like when you don't floss before you brush, it's like not wiping your bum after you poop. And I was like, oh. What?
Well, there is the debate of flossing before or after.
I do it before.
No, I think before is better anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you get it out and then
Yeah.
I floss and then I rinse and then I brush and then I rinse and then.
And then you squat. Then you.
I don't do it in the shower. It's before the shower.
Okay.
But the squatting one, just make sure like you're stable in there. I don't want people to be commenting, I tried your squatting life hack
And I broke my leg and now I'm
broke
doing
my
you.
hip. Like. Do whatever you got to do. But for me, to get 100 squats done in a day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome. I
Yeah.
shower every day, usually. So
Yeah. But next week, we're going to talk about gadgets. So we're going to, all those neat little things that kind of go along with hacks, but those gadgets that like save time and effort and energy. And we're like, where were you? So we'll go through some of our best ones next week. So definitely tune in for that. But until then, never stop laughing.
and never stop learning. We'll see you soon.